Right now, the state Supreme Court okays the lame duck laws that weaken the powers of the governor and attorney general. And the U.S. Supreme Court rules the president can block the release of his records to Congress, but he can't stop New York prosecutors from seeing his tax returns.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kent. Thanks for tuning in. The conservative-controlled Wisconsin Supreme Court has upheld Republican-authored lame duck laws that weaken the powers of Governor Evers and Attorney General Josh Kaul. The ruling rejected arguments that the laws were unconstitutional. The laws prohibit Evers from ordering Kaul to withdraw from lawsuits, give lawmakers the right to intervene in lawsuits without using Kaul's Justice Department lawyers, and force Kaul to get GOP legislators' permission before settling lawsuits. The governor tweeted his response to the decision this morning, writing, quote, "We had a race for governor in 2018. I won." He says Republicans have been sour grapes ever since, from the lame duck laws to challenging his veto power to safer at home and holding the April election in person. Evers says, quote, "Republicans are going to continue working against me, but I'm not going to let that stop me from continuing to keep putting people first and doing what's best for the people of our state." New at noon, a federal grand jury has indicted 28-year-old Devonry Johnson on 2 counts of extortion. The indictment alleges he tried to get money and property from downtown businesses by threatening the use of force, violence, and fear. If convicted, he faces a maximum penalty of 20 years in federal prison on each count. Johnson was arrested outside of Cooper's Tavern last month. Video shows him talking through a bullhorn and carrying a bat that says Black Lives Matter. His arrest led to protests. Let's head to the Weather Center now. Meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at your first warn forecast. It is steamy.
It is steamy. That's getting ready to bubble into showers and thunderstorms, Mark. In fact, there's a severe thunderstorm watch out now for areas mainly to the west of Madison. But this is Doppler track going through just the last 3 hours. And watch how we're already starting to see some of those showers and thunderstorms pop up even right here over town. In fact, we zoom in on Dane County, and in the past couple of moments now, we've seen one up just towards the north and east of Cross Plains. There's another one moving towards Lake Mills now into parts of Johnson County. But we zoom things out, and my true area of interest is this right in here. This is already sparking off some big thunderstorms over parts of Iowa, right into that area in that red box where that severe thunderstorm watch is. My anticipation is that that gets expanded eastward as we go through time. We're underneath a slight risk for severe weather. This is level 2 out of the 5 levels. What we're going to be looking for is a developing line of storms, and with the instability that we have, there's going to be a lot to tap into. We're at 87 degrees right now. Winds are out of the south at 10 miles per hour. A lot of us are into the upper 80s, 88 in Lone Rock. You factor in just how incredibly juiced up the atmosphere is right now. These heat indices are into the 90s. It feels like 97 in Lone Rock and 98 in Platteville. It is a matter of time before we see widespread showers and thunderstorms blossoming up over southern Wisconsin. By 4 o'clock towards 6 o'clock, look for widespread showers and storms. We'll be tracking each one.
All right. Keep us posted. Thank you, Chris. Developing this afternoon, Madison police are investigating another shots fired incident for the 6th night in a row. Investigators found about 25 shell casings on Tree Lane near South High Point Road on the city's west side. Police say surveillance video shows a silver sedan shooting at another silver car parked in a parking lot. 2 uninvolved cars were hit by gunfire, but no injuries have been reported. Dane County dispatchers say one person is in the hospital after a crash between a motorcycle and a bicycle in Fitchburg this morning. It's unclear what condition the person's in. This happened around 7:30 at the intersection of County Road M and Borchert Road near Prairie Moraine County Park. This is a developing story. We'll have updates on News 3 Now. And there is an option for residents on Madison's west side to get a COVID-19 test in their own neighborhood today. The Boys and Girls Club is holding its 2nd community testing event at Lighthouse Church on Schrader Road. It runs from 1 until 7 today. It's the 2nd in a series of testing events organized by the club, the health department, and our partners at Madison 365. Testing is still going on at the Alliant Energy Center as well until 8 o'clock this evening. The U.S. had another record for new coronavirus cases yesterday with more than 59,000 infections. Hospitalizations have more than doubled in Texas in the last 2 weeks, and cases have more than doubled across Florida. Despite the surge in Florida, Disney World in Orlando is holding a preview today for pass holders before the park formally reopens on Saturday. California reported its highest single-day COVID death toll yesterday with 149 deaths. Arizona is another hot spot. Less than 150 ICU beds are left statewide. Phoenix Fire Captain Bob McDade said that close to 100 firefighters have likely been infected. Dr. Anthony Fauci, the government's leading infectious disease expert, suggested coronavirus cases are rising because some people and states did not follow public health recommendations. And he says the answer may be another lockdown.
Some states went too fast. Some states went according to what the timetable was, but the people in the state didn't listen and just threw caution to the wind. I think any state that is having a serious problem, that state should seriously look at shutting down.
Governors in some of the hardest hit states have asked the White House for help with a shortage of doctors and nurses. The vice president denied reports of protective equipment shortages in hospitals, but did encourage healthcare workers to preserve and reuse PPE. The Supreme Court has ruled regarding the release of President Trump's tax returns and financial records, triggering a furious series of tweets from the White House. Today's opinion centered on two separate cases, as Skylar Henry reports from the Supreme Court.
President Trump's years-long battle to keep his financial records secret culminated in today's Supreme Court ruling. In two separate opinions, with the justices splitting 7-2, the court ruled the president can block the release of his records to Congress, returning the case to the lower courts. But the high court upheld New York prosecutors' demand for the president's tax returns, which Mr. Trump had been fighting.
We're fighting all the subpoenas. Look, these aren't like impartial people.
Three committees in the Democratic-controlled House and New York prosecutors demanded the president hand over his tax returns, along with other personal financial information. The court heard more than 3 hours of arguments in May.
There is a long, long history of Congress seeking records and getting them.
At some point, there's a straw that breaks the camel's back.
President Trump's lawyers called the subpoenas overreach, arguing the president is immune from criminal prosecution while he's in office.
The presidency is being harassed.
The Manhattan District Attorney's Office had subpoenaed 8 years of President Trump's personal and corporate tax returns as part of its investigation into hush money payments made to two women during the 2016 presidential campaign. In both opinions, President Trump's appointees, Neil Gorsuch and Brett Kavanaugh, joined the majority. Justices Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito dissented. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
In the New York case, because the tax returns were subpoenaed for a confidential grand jury investigation, it's unlikely the records will become public anytime soon. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reports Harley-Davidson is eliminating 700 jobs this year. It's reportedly part of an effort to rebuild the company called Rewire. About 200 of its 700 positions being eliminated are already vacant. According to the company's chief financial officer, John Olin has left, and the chairman, president, and CEO says, quote, significant changes are necessary, and we must move in new directions. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
When life gives us lemons, we make lemonade. But when we get fresh peaches, we make all sorts of peachy good treats. Stick around and I'll show you.
The summer fun means one thing. It's time to visibly say goodbye to crow's feet, fine lines, wrinkles, and under-eye bags, and say hello to smooth, beautiful, younger-looking skin in 10 minutes with Plexiderm.
Oh my God. I can't believe I have no lines in my face. I'm like 20 years younger.
Plexiderm smooths away wrinkles without foundation, without color makeup, and without expensive procedures. And it works in 10 minutes. Plus, the results last up to 10 hours. And best of all, you could try it for only $14.95 this summer.
This isn't the first time I've been on TV raving about this product. It's amazing. My friends, my family, they can't believe it. There's been creams, there's been lotions. Nothing works like this.
We were away on vacation. If you go down to the islands, they always want to take you in a booth and put some stuff on you. And my husband said, boy, that stuff really works. And I said, I washed this off hours ago. This is Plexiderm. This is what works.
When I tried Plexiderm the first time, my daughter said, oh, Dad, did you get a haircut? And I said, no, I tried this Plexiderm product out. Oh, you look so much younger. I said, oh, thank you.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing under-eye bags and wrinkles from view in minutes. The science is incredible, but the results are even better.
Yeah, this looks really good. All these these lines are gone. Amazing. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I look amazing. That's like so full of myself.
I've had under eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm. I put it on my face, and I'm not joking. It works.
So take action this summer and pack up your under-eye bags and wrinkles and put them on vacation with Plexiderm. Try our summertime special and get it for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Blackhawk has helped me be able to pursue fire science. I've always wanted to give back to not only my own community, but to other people that might have helped me along the way. My instructors, they know how to joke around with us and have a good time, make our training not just our training where it's boom, 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 but it's also oh, we're having a good time while we're learning something that we love to do. I don't think the passion will ever go away for having to go on a call or going to help people.
At iMart Express, you'll save on glasses for classes. For $79, get 2 pairs with kid-safe polycarbonate lenses and a free 1-year frame warranty. For a limited time, get a free upgrade to blue filtering lenses, a $250 value, all for $79.
If you love fresh peaches, you must be one happy camper. Because right about now, our stores and farmers markets are starting to get in some super sweet and super juicy peaches. They're so juicy that when you bite into them, the juice runs down your chin. And for those of you who like to bake, there's so much you can do with these. If you're looking for a really easy old-fashioned peach recipe, no worries. We have a southern peach cobbler that's amazing and is waiting for you on our website. Or if you're more of a cake kind of person, then let me recommend our peachy pound cake. It's rich, buttery, and loaded with chunks of fresh peaches. Another way to turn all those peaches into gold is to toss them in a slow cooker with some sugar, butter, lemon, vanilla, and a few spices and let them simmer. Then add a bit of tapioca to thicken it up and voila, you end up with fresh peach butter that's blue ribbon worthy. And whether you slather this on freshly baked biscuits or top your French toast with it, boy, are you gonna be in for a burst of flavor. To get the recipe for our summer's best peach butter, which has a hint of cinnamon and vanilla, plus the recipe for the cobbler and the pound cake, simply visit our website. I'm Howard of the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, and I'm glad today I got to share a few peachy keen ways for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Thank you, Howard. Next at noon, hot and humid again today with some showers and thunderstorm chances, but those should clear out for tomorrow. Chris has your first warn forecast next.
Reflect on this. You can have a lasting career in one of today's hottest fields with an online degree from Herzing University. Apply now and pay no enrollment fee. I'm possible at Herzing. Call or click today.
This summer, get back to where you belong, along 60 miles of beautiful wide-open beaches, where family vacations have never been so much fun. With every sunrise and each high tide, the beach is calling you to raise your spirits, make you smile, and bring your family closer together. So stop dreaming and start booking, because we can't wait for you to get here. Visit Myrtle Beach and discover why happiness comes in waves.
Save big money on your next project with 11% off everything now at Menards. Get the last roof you'll ever need with ProSnap Steel Roofing. Available in 25 colors, cover 100 square feet for only $133.49 after 11% off. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out. Choose from our great selection of stock doors or design your door your way in store or online with our door designer. Start saving with 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Incredible deals, huge markdowns, plus free doorstep shipping on everything. What a sale. The 4th of July sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Now is the time to change your life. Herzing University makes it possible without leaving home. Start studying online and take the first step toward a new career.
I'm possible at Herzing.
Hi, folks. Friday morning.
morning. Chris Reese has some relief from the heat, if you can call it that, in his weekend forecast.
And 2 years after an explosion devastated the community of Sun Prairie, we'll share how they're moving forward after facing additional challenges.
We'll see you starting at 4:30 Friday morning.
Connect with News 3 Now on Facebook Messenger to create a personalized news feed just for you. The topics you want, the day's top stories, and push alerts for breaking news, all through Messenger. Learn more at channel3000.com.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blain's Farm and Fleet.
Well, after staying home to avoid a COVID-19, some consumers are planning to cut their going out spending for good. And Spotify is making a tool to help people working out from home. Diane King Hall has your Money Watch report.
A push-pull for stocks in early trade as investors weigh a better-than-expected labor market report against rising coronavirus cases. The tech sector continues to lead the gainers thanks to strength in companies like Amazon, Microsoft, and Apple. A weekly snapshot of the job market is in focus once again today. The Labor Department says 1.31 million Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week. That was better than expected. Now, claims have slowed over the past 14 weeks, but close to 50 million Americans have signed up for jobless claims at one point over the past 16 weeks. 2020 has become the year of the homebody, and some consumers plan on cutting their going-out expenses for good. According to a new creditcards.com survey, nearly half of Americans will rein in spending on movie tickets, theater, concerts, and sporting events post-pandemic. 44% of respondents said they would cut back on bar visits, while 38% would curb dining out. And there's now a playlist for those who have to ditch the gym scene for a remote workout routine. Spotify has launched a new feature dubbed Soundtrack Your Workout. The tool creates a custom series of exercise beats. Users can select from various workouts and match it with the genre of music or podcast they want to hear. Soundtracks can be as long as 2 hours, but less intense gym rats can keep it as short as 15 minutes. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. I'm Diane King Hall.
All right, Diane, thank you. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials down 382 points. The NASDAQ off 22. The S&P 500 down 32. Let's check in now with Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee on this sizzling Thursday.
Yeah, and that is exactly what the markets are talking about today, too, Mark, is this not just the hot weather and sticky weather we're dealing with today, but that extended forecast that Chris is going to be telling us about in just a little while. You know, we had a really good thing going this year. We finally got into the fields on time. We were ahead of schedule. Some of our corn, for example, is going into a stage of growth where it needs a little bit of moisture. So that's why traders are really rallying our corn, our soybeans, and wheat right now. Wheat is up more than double digits. That kind of surprised me. But again, it's all kind of connected with the weather. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time, we'll get the next World Ag Supply Demand Report. Maybe some surprises there, we'll see. Want to congratulate Doug Rebout from Janesville, dairy farmer and president of the Wisconsin Corn Growers. He has been named to the 9-member panel for the Wisconsin Department of Ag, Trade, and Consumer Protection Board. Congratulations, Doug. He'll be a great voice for Wisconsin farmers. And remember, I'm thinking they're probably happy that they're in their own homes with air conditioning. Normally, our FFA kids would be in their blue corduroy suit jackets and their dress pants, black dress pants for the state convention, but this year that's all online. Last night, we found out that the Star Farmer finalists include Courtney Zimmerman from Spencer, Morgan Vondra from Mineral Point, Everla Riley from Wapaka, Emily Makos from Judah, and Carson Lobdell from Darlington. And the Star and Agribusiness finalists, Rhiannon Reimer from Granton, Zachary Woodworth from Schulzburg, Joseph Pulver from Randolph-Cambria, Friesland, Alex Brzezinski from Stevens Point, and Carter Blue from Randolph-Cambria, Friesland. So that online FFA convention will continue through tomorrow. And remember, they're also going to be announcing the selection of state officers for 2020-2021. WisconsinFFA.org, where you'll find it. Quiet on the barrel cheese today. That's unchanged at $2.40. Double A butter unchanged at $168 3/4. But holy pea pod, it's like our thermometer, Mark. The block cheese went up another 9 1/4 cents to $2.83. People, we are in unprecedented territory when it comes to cheese and the continued demand. So apparently cheese is about as red hot as it is outside right now.
Just only to leave it outside because you have a melted mess.
For sure.
All right, Pam, thank you. Stay cool. Here's Chris now with that hot forecast.
Yep, it's hot, and showers and thunderstorms are starting to pop up now as well. Things have gotten busy if we've gone through about the past hour or so. I want to focus in on this storm right here in Columbia County now. This just moved through Lake Wisconsin. If you're in Lodi, this storm is getting ready to move through, and it's got some lightning on it. It stayed consistent. Oftentimes, if your lightning begins to increase or decrease, we can tell you whether or not this storm is strengthening or weakening. It's been consistent in terms of the lightning, but it's also had a little bit of rotation on it. So I'm watching this one closely. It's moving off towards the north and east, Decorah and Poinet. You guys would be next in line for this one. Another one I'm watching is just towards the east of Madison now. Places like Lake Mills and Fort Atkinson, right along I-94. You are seeing some downpours along with some lightning. None of these storms are severe right now, but they are producing some brief heavy rain. A couple of spots between Janesville and Beloit have just popped up. These will likely start to move towards the northeast, towards Johnstown. And then the other area that I've been watching, just towards the west of Richland Center. Now there's a shower that's popping up just towards the west of Muscadet. That just moved through Boscobel right along Highway 61. So several areas are in line for showers and thunderstorms to pop up. And the reality is we have this severe thunderstorm watch towards the west. This right here, if you see this little thin line that's shooting out from these storms in La Crosse, that's an outflow boundary. That'll likely help more showers and thunderstorms begin to blossom up towards the west as we go through the next couple of hours here. So things are going to be busy, folks, when it comes to the weather. And there is a potential for a lot of these storms to be on the strong to severe side. We do have a slight risk of severe storms. That is level 2 out of 5. Here we are now watching these storms for a developing line, and the best timing is likely between 3 o'clock and 8 o'clock this afternoon. What I'm really concerned about is the high wind and the hail. Everyone else typically is concerned about whether or not you'll see a tornado. The threat is there, but it's really isolated. It's really small, but it's not a non-zero. The hail potential is also there, but again, the potential of seeing 60-mile-per-hour winds, that's the true focus of the forecast. And the reality is the atmosphere is continuing to get juiced up and primed up to support severe thunderstorms. Right now, temperatures are into the 80s and the upper 80s at that. 87 in Madison, Mineral Point, and Lone Rock are both at 88. Here are the dew points into the low 70s. So at this point, when you step outside, the atmosphere is downright tropical. When you have this much moisture in the atmosphere and it's this hot, any of these storms are going to be heavy rain producers. They're also going to be prolific lightning producers. Even if the storm is not severe, it's going to be noisy. But if it's not raining, it is going to be sweltering. Here are those feels-like temperatures outside right now. 94 is what it feels like in Madison. Lone Rock feels like 97. Platteville feels like 97. And we're only going to get hotter until these showers and thunderstorms begin to move our direction. This is how things will look as we go throughout the rest of this afternoon and into the evening, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. It won't be until probably after 10 o'clock that these showers and thunderstorms finally begin to turn off for us. What also begins to turn off just a tad bit is the heat as we go towards the weekend. 83. It's not every day that I say 83 is going to feel good, but it's going to feel good before that heat returns next week.
All right, keep an eye to the sky. Thank you, Chris. Just into the Channel 3000 Alert Center, the Janesville Police Department is asking for the public's help in finding this man. His name is Johnny Hood. He was last seen on Monday afternoon in the 2600 block of North Lexington Drive near Adron and Kiwanis Park. Sheriff's deputies found his unoccupied car this morning around 1 a.m. in the parking lot of the Ice Age Trail. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, Baca Enterprises is truly humbled and thankful to all of our employees, residents, families, and vendors for their patience and cooperation.
Our employees have gone above and beyond with sanitation efforts, altering their daily routines, all while spreading joy and happiness throughout our communities.
Looking to the future, Baca Enterprises will be here for you.
To provide a sense of security and to provide comfort by keeping you safe and healthy.
Baca Enterprises is helping you live life with confidence. Visit our website to schedule your tour today.
Though challenges surround us, life still goes on. There's still time to dream, still plans to be made. And if you're retiring soon, still deadlines to be met. We talk with people every day who need to replace their employer benefits when they retire. We can answer your questions too, so you can feel good about the decisions you make. For a retirement benefits checklist, visit us online or call Physicians Mutual Insurance Company today.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual. Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I solemnly swear that I will support the veterans of the
United States Armed Forces.
I will defend the Constitution
Against all enemies. That I will commit.
to ensuring they are
Not forgotten.
and I will enable veterans to live the same life of opportunity.
They have provided me.
So help me God.
For 45 years, Affordable Dentures and Implants has created affordable access to dental care.
And we're proud to have helped millions of people improve their smiles.
Our number one priority has always been the health and the well-being of our patients and staff.
So, we're taking extra precautions to welcome you to a safe and clean environment.
Because we want you to
Go ahead and smile.
Affordable Dentures and Implants. We can't wait to see you.
Trust us to get it right. These storms are capable of producing some heavy rain and maybe some hail.
To keep you prepared.
When severe weather is on the way.
We have an alert day in the forecast for this evening for strong to possibly severe thunderstorms, hail, high winds, perhaps even an isolated tornado can't be ruled out.
And your family's safety is on the line. You need to seek shelter immediately.
Our team and technology are ready to help you stay safe.
Trust the First Warn Weather Team on News 3 Now.
It is time for our pet of the week. Pidgey is an adult domestic pigeon. Our friends at the Dane County Humane Society say Pidgey is the perfect mix of beauty and brains, enjoys being around people, and has a gentle and curious personality. Pidgey's foster parents were excited to see how quickly Pidgey adjusted to a new space, eating and drinking well, and exploring new faces. Pigeon, it's something new. If you're interested in adopting Pidgey or checking out other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org or set up an appointment at 838-0413. Our pet from last week, Dubs, was adopted. Hooray. And the Dane County Humane Society has been selected for the Hy-Vee reusable bag program that supports local nonprofits. Each time a red My Heart reusable bag is purchased at Hy-Vee's Fitchburg location during the month of July, the Humane Society receives a $1 donation that goes towards the animals in their care. Here's Chris, one final check of the forecast.
That's right, Mark. The radar is what I'm going to keep my eyes peeled to as we go through the rest of the afternoon. Showers and thunderstorms are blossoming up. They'll become a lot more numerous and widespread as we go through the next couple of hours. We're going to be on the lookout for damaging winds, hail, and an isolated tornado. Stay tuned.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heineman.
We will assume it was just an oversight, but the state's plan to distribute 2 million cloth face masks to food businesses and K-12 schools leaves out a group that badly needs the help: early childhood education workers. There's no question those targeted to get the masks and thermometers need them to protect essential workers, kids, and by extension, the rest of us. The problem is it seems to continue a disturbing failure to recognize the critical importance of the child care system, which is facing growing pressure to help reopen our economy by staying open and, in many cases, taking more kids. It's hard to think of more essential work than childcare right now, and yet early childhood educators are not getting the resources and protections as others struggling with this pandemic. That has to change.